Time for another box talk right here on the Long Box Punk. That's me. I'm Chris, also known here on the internet as the Long Box Punk, and I have a couple things to unbox. And also, what's up, Carl? What's up, Vaughn? I'm also gonna have a guest, mayhaps, perhaps. Carl, it's actually someone you might know. um, I was going somewhere with that, and then I completely lost it. How are things with you, substackatarians, substackatariats? See, here we go again. I always forget. Exciting stuff first. An update. I had who'd I have? I had Alex M. Clark, my artist from my recent horror uh, short story from Aha. Look at that sticker sheet. Hey, Vaughn, these came in. We've got stickers from every short that was in Aha that the creative teams all came up with. And then our friend V put it together. So we've got stickers for those that did the add-ons, and also, yeah, they did turn out. They turned out really good. I am quite pleased with it. It'll fit nicely into the mailers with the books. So there they are. There's a couple that like punched the circle round all the way through. So those people have a challenge ahead of them, peeling the stickers off instead of just holding the whole sheet and peeling from there. But yeah, they're here and I wanted to show them off. The books have been slightly delayed. So instead of coming in tomorrow, now it's looking like they're not going to get here till Friday. And Friday, I am going to be busy running around like crazy, prepping for 5-Star Comic-Con, which is this weekend. If you want to come hang out for free, sign up to volunteer for 4-hour shifts and get a weekend pass. Totally for free. 5starcomiccon.com. I'll be there. V will be there. K will be there. Alex will be there. Whole slew of creatives will be there. Voice actors will be there. Some Power Rangers will be there. We've got some wrestling that'll be happening. And a whole lot of other people are going to be there. It's going to be a good time. So come to the Dayton Convention Center this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, June 20th and 21st. And come hang out and nerd out and geek out, and it'll be a whole lot of fun. Hey, is that you? The Howlin 8? If that's you, I will invite you based on that username. In like 3. Okay, perfect. I will invite you on in like 2-3 minutes. I want to do a couple quick unboxings because I do have packages and I'm not a patient person, and so I want to open these up. The first one I had to open early because it has been raining here in Ohio on and off like all week basically, and our mail carriers don't give a shit. They had a package. It was in a rigid mailer similar to this one, right? It was like that. So it's cardboard and it wouldn't fit in the mailbox. So they then just, instead of tucking it under our overhang and leaning it against our front door, like several other carriers have done, this person put it on the corner of our front step, which is not covered by the overhang. So then when it poured, it soaked my package. And USPS, like, what are you going to, you can't call their manager. So I had to open it to make sure that nothing got wet or ruined, and thankfully, Russ, it didn't. I've got Ninja Penguin, that post-punk and pal of the show. Russ Duggar sent issue 1 and 2 in a little care package to me. These are magazine sized. He did the sketch cover here on the first one, Real excited to have these. Russ, thank you for sending these over to me, man. I appreciate you. This next package, I'm going to wait on this one because I think I know what that is. I don't know what this one is. So we'll find out together right here, right now. You know what, V? Go ahead. Clip that and send it out everywhere. If I had a nickel every time that happened and some mail carrier ended up, soaking my package, you're welcome. That's an even cleaner take. But, all right, all right. Look at this book. We'll go through all of the fancy. Ooh, the bookmark has a tassel with it. This is from Warden Comics. This is a Kickstarter that I backed that had some delays of its own, but it was so freaking worth it. We've got a couple stickers in here, one holographic, one regular, and then their business card. But Warden Comics is who sent this, and the book, it is an anthology, and it's called The Dreamlands Anthology. And come on, I'm a sucker for a giant cosmic Cthulhu-esque take on any cover. But we'll just take a look, see. I mean, if I'm putting together and curating my own horror anthology, I also should probably be backing horror anthologies too, right? I was doing it anyway. I love horror and horror comics and horror anthologies because you get a wide variety of flavors. And I had to get this cover because it's fantastic. A nice, thick, chunky boy. There's the list of all of the stories and creators. If you want to screenshot that, read it later because I'm not going to dwell on it because I want to get to this package from Joey Cabral. And I'm excited about this one. Let's see. A couple weeks ago, I opened a commission from Andre Sorrentino. This week, I'm opening another piece of original art. This was not a commission. He was running a sale on his original art, as he's done before. Follow him on Instagram, Joey Lee Cabral. And I have had my eye on this piece, and I love it. I collect X art, and let's be honest, who didn't have a crush on Psylocke in the 90s? You know what I'm saying? And that has persevered. So he put up this piece, has been putting it up a couple times, and I missed last time he had a piece on like a bright purple paper that he did the Psylocke piece on. And I looked at it, but then it was like $200 and I didn't have that to spend. But he was running a sale and I was able to pick this one up for far less than $200. So Joey, thank you, my dude, because this is outstanding and I can't wait to get that framed. And I'm just going to be filling the middle of my wall with the comics that I have framed and signed with X character art, apparently, because now I'll have Psylocke and Laura Kinney. So, real excited about that. Okay, show wise, I won't have a stream this weekend because 5-star. So, just come to Dayton Convention Center and hang out. So, that'll be happening. And then next week, I have a guest that I am excited to announce, but not yet. I'm going to make you wait. I'll probably announce it next week's Box Talk. And then, prep the landing page so that I can share that out because I am excited about the person whose books are somewhere on this wall here. Somewhere on this wall, this third shelving unit, the creator is going to be on, and I am stoked to talk with this person. So that'll be coming later. Keep an eye out for that. I will be fulfilling AHA just as quickly as I possibly can. Once those books show up, I now have everything I need except the books. I got the bags, I got the mailers, I got the sticker sheets, I've got the add-on prints, I've got the bonus swag items that I made and am giving to everybody that wants it. And that's everything, right? I have to take care of the Cujo tier for Ryan's mom. Um, but once I get those, she hasn't filled out her pledge manager yet. So I wouldn't know where to send them anyway. So if you still haven't filled out your pledge manager, please do that. I'm going to start getting really annoying. I sent all of you that haven't filled it out yet a message today on Kickstarter. So check those, as well as sending out an update like 2 days ago that many people have responded to. So thank you for you who responded. And if you haven't responded, do it, because at some point I'm going to say, I can't keep holding this stuff. Like there are other people that are going to want it and I'm going to sell it. And thanks for the donation, but I can't be a bill collector and chase you down just to get your information to know where to mail your stuff. Like I don't have time for that. So fill out your surveys. Okay, great. Thanks. All right. Now, my friend, get ready because it's about to get heavy. This person has a movie that they will be running a Kickstarter for based on their comic and more comics and who knows what other projects he's got going on. His name is Nathan Price. He's been on the stream before. And why doesn't it just show me the people? Okay, I gotta figure this. And eight. There we go. Invite. All right. You should be able to accept that invite and pop on stream. I think. We'll see. It's always a crapshoot, if I'm being honest. 80% of the time, it works every time. Hey, there he
Hey, what's going
is.
on?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, good. Yeah, no complaints. Did we have the same glasses last time, too?
I don't know. I actually got hit in the face with a basketball yesterday, and my glasses got all deranged. So I'm trying to. Hello, Vaughn. I'm trying to. No, I actually. These are my. Well, it doesn't matter. I have another pair of glasses. uh, yeah. So yeah, it's 105 here right now. It was 110 yesterday,
Gross.
and I have to update everyone on the weather in Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's very important.
It's today it maxed out at 72
Mhm.
here in Ohio. Um, it was raining a whole lot though, and so it was super muggy. So we had that to deal with, but 105, that's insane. Are you one
It
of
is
those?
horrible.
It's a dry heat. It's no big deal.
It's different. I will say it's different, but it's still hot. Like I don't. Some people are like, "How do you handle it?" I'm like, same thing people do when they're in the snow. They just go inside.
Yeah, I don't hang out outside. That's what I
Yes,
do.
and then go walk for 10 miles in the 100+ degree heat.
Yeah, that's I'm not a summer person, especially now that I work in a warehouse that just doesn't have AC. Like
Yeah,
I am already I have our giant industrial fan aimed right at me all day. And I'm already like, this is gonna be an awful summer. Like it's barely over 70 and I'm sweating like crazy. So
yeah.
but yeah, how are you, man? You've got like a bajillion things happening that I want to dig into with you. But like, as a creator, as a human, how's things? You've got of Thunder. How's the fulfillment coming with that?
Of Thunder Fulfillment's over halfway done. We had our big con down here. I think they said it was 150,000 this year.
Wow,
Phoenix Fan Fusion. I ran 3 panels, working on a documentary and at the show, and also running 2 tables.
nice.
So load wise for me, that's the most I've ever done. I did it. It was hard. It was weird. A lot of weird stuff happened.
Yeah,
But after that, coming back into orbit of Thunder, and then my luckily my in-laws are taking us to Hawaii next week, and
yeah, they are.
I get to do a signing in Hawaii. So how cool is that?
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. So and as far as I heard you kind of give a little intro, there are several projects in the works right now, and I'm actually reining it back in. I got asked to speak at San Diego Comic Con, and I said yes, and then I said no, and it didn't make sense. I mean, I live in Phoenix. Getting there,
Yeah.
the panel's at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night, which isn't
Mm,
prime time, but also like lodging and everything. I couldn't just go and come back.
yeah.
But really cool to be asked, and yeah, the Family Man movie is happening. Unless something, I mean, if we don't read our funding goal, it won't happen. But and Drip 2 will be running concurrently with the Family Man movie, and I'm not running either of the campaigns, which is amazing.
Nice.
So yeah, and there's other cool things like there's a story called Die. I don't know if I've talked about that is in the works, and there's a project called Killer Hair that is kind of getting revived right now. So
Sweet.
yeah,
So
it's
just a couple things.
well, there's this guy named Mark Bandy, and Mark Bandy runs Crimson Sleeper Studios here in town. He's a younger guy, and he has a book called Scion, and he it's his second Kickstarter. He got $8,000. Um,
Jeez.
I know, right? I haven't had that level of success yet. And he's like,
Yeah.
"You guys are a success," and I'm like, "It depends on how you measure success." We've put out 18 books in 5 years, but I haven't had the numbers to call it a success yet.
Mm.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah. That's an interesting concept that's come up a couple times on different streams with different people, and like uh it's just the idea of success as an indie creator, because everybody defines it differently. And I like, how do you, so is your definite, like, are you basing your definition of success on like a certain financial like level, or is it like putting out the book? Like, what, how would you define that?
I think it's a combination of things. Putting out books consistently is one thing, but having the money to support what we're doing to keep going. We've been profitable uh, for a couple years. We were in a deficit last year of less than
Mm.
$100. So I mean, it's not a huge loss, but
Yeah.
um, I talked to other creators. We're making a lot more money than people, but I mean, if I sold comics only in Phoenix, it would get saturated. People would know us, and that
Yeah.
would be it. So I pushed to get out of town. Like El Paso was one of our biggest shows, and it's uh, it's hard when you're traveling and things like that. So yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I mean, we have a lawyer, we have an accountant. We try to do everything by the books. We went after a proposal with the Arizona Cardinals earlier this year,
Mm.
and it was supposed to be 60,000 units, which would have been a nice little payday.
Yeah.
Um, and but we needed a lawyer. Like that's
Got
where
it.
you know what I mean. Like so
Yeah.
there's this. It's really cool. His name is Gamal Hennessy. He's out of New York, but he's a comic book lawyer. He
Oh,
works
wow.
with IP and stuff. So to be able to pay for that and pay for shows and pay for an accountant, there has to be money. And it might be ignorant of me, but I would like to become a studio like, I don't know, Mad Cave, or I don't know, Boom is kind of big, but Source Point, I mean,
Yeah.
one of these studios. Our artwork is there, the stories are there. So and my wife doesn't want me putting any money into anything. So we're going to be screening the original Night of the Chihuahuas movie. Oh yeah, we make a book called Night of the Chihuahuas, if you guys haven't heard of it. But we're going to be screening the original here in Phoenix, and my wife like immediately told me, "You're not spending any of your own money on this." I was like, "It's going to be so much fun."
Come on,
So,
babe.
yeah. So yeah, it's just hard because I really look at comics. So we're doing this indie documentary on indie comics, and we've interviewed like Eric Powell, who does Goon, Jim Mafood, uh, Brian Polito, Jay Photos, Tiani Farr, um, Nightmare Lynch. Like we've interviewed all these people, and they all have different definitions of success, like what you're talking
Yep.
about, and how you get there. So it's been really cool because it's like a cheat code. I get to interview all these people that I want to ask questions to, but um, I think it's to continue to make stories and be able to pay people. Like I hear a lot of people say I'm not getting paid what I should be. I agree. As an low level indie publisher, though, I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of money to pay them. So
Mm,
it becomes a really sticky situation. The cost of printing is going up,
yep.
and the stores and the customers don't want to pay more. Where does the profit go? I
Eh,
don't get it.
yeah.
So I really wish like everybody could make good money, and um, I want to be able to pay everyone and pay myself. So
Yeah. So are you like really trying to develop and build up like a full pork chop empire?
um, this came up recently, and I don't want to sound too ambitious or like an idiot, but um, we are. I think we did a gallery show earlier this year.
Yeah.
We are trying to put on a punk rock and comics show where it will have punk rock music through the day, 30 to 40 vendors. We're going to be doing, hopefully, if the movie goes through, screening Night of the Chihuahuas. We have a guy that wants to locally film another version of Night of the Chihuahuas, like a bigger budget.
Oh, cool.
And I would really like to see it all come to fruition. But I don't know what that makes us. I don't think that makes us a comic book company. It makes us like an entertainment company.
Yeah.
But the vibe is just super chill and like, I mean, if you were here and we were going to do a punk rock and comic show, I could imagine you would have if you were working with us, you'd have your hands in it.
Yeah.
And there's a small group of people, and we found a venue, 15,000 square foot, had two stages. It had a boxing ring in it, a full kitchen, a full bar, and they were going to give it to us for $1,000. I was like, oh my God, like, yes, do
That's
this.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, so I started trying to get sponsors because I was like, I just want to guarantee that they'll get the money.
Yeah.
Um, I tried to get sponsors, and when they started looking at who the sponsors were, they said, well, we have to raise a bar minimum and a food minimum of $7,500 plus the 1,000. So you can't do it, man. Like, so this crew of people, which is a bunch of old rockers that I'm working with, um, they were looking for another location, and
Mm,
we feel like it'll open up in time. And the idea is just to have a good time. The Myra, who has done some artwork for us, she went through. I should send them to you just so you could hear them. Like 9 bands to choose from, and they're
wow.
great. They're all local, and I think it would just be a good time.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. It's funny because I actually have a couple connections to the Phoenix punk scene.
Mhm.
There's a guy named Micah that lives like 2.5 hours north of me here in Ohio, but he runs, it's called Blackwater Market Comics.
Okay.
Like it's an online comic shop, but they do comics and coffee all the time. But he's
Yeah.
from Phoenix and like grew up in the punk scene in Phoenix and was in a ton of bands and
Nice.
started the azpunks.com and doing like the mixtapes and all that stuff in the area. And then another post punk that I've had on, Humberto, I think is still in Phoenix.
It sounds
Um,
familiar.
but Humberto Avila is how I always get his
Avila?
name. Yeah.
Avila? Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like he was like, oh yeah, I know Micah. Like, yeah, we went to like we were in bands together, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
shut up. Like, no way. So
I
I mean, it just proves that even, you know, 10, 15 years removed, like they were so close knit that even though 2, 3 time zones away and however many thousand miles away, like they still were very oh, he's in El Paso now. Okay.
oh,
So like it just
Oh,
goes to
Carl's
show,
here. Hey, Carl.
yeah. We know that guy.
Carl's a part of the whole thing. I mean, yeah. So the whole
But yeah, it
shenanigans.
just like I only ever hear super cool things about the scene that's happening in Arizona. And I'm like, man, I just want to go and like hang out for a weekend.
You
See
should
as
come, man. You
many.
should come. You
Yeah.
know, what I was thinking would be super cool, and I mean, this is like a pipe dream, but um, it would be so cool. Like, say we organize one here,
Mhm.
and like you did one where you were at, and we just called it the same thing, and we got a few of them around, like just like a little tour. Then it doesn't have to be like highly organized, or like we take a commission off of your ticket sales or whatever. But
Yeah.
somebody else said they wanted to do it. I was like, what if you did it all on the same day for marketing?
Cool.
Like just the marketing aspect of that, like would get a lot of people's attention. Like, wow, they're doing like 4 shows across the nation on the same day because
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be crazy complicated.
No.
You get some tickets, pre-sales, get some bands, some audio, and set up some vendors. You have to have some like documentation. I was trying to find a place that had event permits and insurance,
Yep.
but it could be. I think we're gonna do it, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
just
funny because I was just having this conversation with Vaughn and Chris last night
yeah,
of like, what would it look like if over a summer or, over a couple weeks or I hadn't thought of all doing it on the same day, but like that makes a lot of sense because we're all geographically in different areas of the country. But
yeah,
yeah, like what if we just did a blast of comic shows and of course having the music makes sense. Like I actually had talked to my local brewery. I have been there enough that like I've become friends with a couple of the people that work there.
yeah,
And I was like, hey, what are the odds of like what if I put together a thing and hosted it here and we set up some local creators and had a couple bands come in or even just acoustic settings or whatever and they were
yeah,
like, yes, like we would love to have that because they have a whole outdoor patio. They've for their anniversary weekend they shut down the like little road that bypasses their
hmm,
main entrance and they set up a stage like in the middle of the street and have bands play there. And they were like, yeah, we could totally do that. Like, just let us know when. And I was like,
yeah.
it's just that easy? And they're like, yeah, yeah, find a date that as long as we don't already have stuff happening, tell us the date and like yeah we'll figure it out. So
That's what happened to that first place. They were all into it, but I tried to find some sponsors, and I actually got a couple bigger companies, and I think they saw like, well, if they're going to come in here with that kind of money, we need to make because yeah, it costs
yeah,
more than $1,000 to run a day show, but yeah, we should do it, man. We'll talk offline. So
yes. I am here for it. I'll just add another thing to your plate
yeah.
of projects.
What can I drop some links or something to can I promote a little bit?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going next. So
Okay. I don't know if
um
do I just drop them in, or
yeah, if you've got them you can drop them in.
do they show up as hyperlinks, or
That's a good question.
well,
uh
we'll
Drop one
try
in and then we'll see.
making sure I typed it right. Okay, there's for the family man, and drip. Oh, I didn't set it up yet. Dang it. Hold on. I got to get the link for drip. I'm just trying to think of how I can do it fast.
To say it
Um,
doesn't look like it's hyperlinked, it's just the text of it.
okay. Well, if I don't know if people can copy and paste it, but if you guys can go and look at just adding um this hit notify on launch so we can get our numbers up for the algorithm, that would be really cool. And if you
What's
want to join pledge, that would be even cooler.
What's the is it just like Family Man movie?
Yeah, Family Man movie. You can probably search it in Kickstarter. And then there's also Drip 2, DRIP and number 2.
Family.
Uh, can I do? I don't have a link made for. Um, but yeah, if you guys can go and follow this stuff, you want to tell you a little bit about the projects or?
Yeah, I want to. So I'll hold this up here.
Yeah.
Super high tech. Um, I'm curious, like, how did the conversation go? Is Max involved with the Family Man movie?
In a small capacity, yes.
Okay.
Max has a lot going on and
Yeah.
is kind of like consulting from afar, but
Okay.
um, I am more actively involved. So, like right now, promoting and stuff. But
Sure.
um, yeah, it was when the Family Man came out. We were doing a little podcast circle and or run, and on another podcast called Distance Nerding, one of the hosts, he's also part of a group called Horror Dads. His name's
Mm,
Matt Bodegraven, and he goes by Graveyard. He actually has his own podcast called We Mostly Pod Out at Night. It's all horror stuff. But
that's awesome.
I think Horror Dads has made 14 films, and they're on like Tubi mostly. And
Okay.
Matt said, I would like to make The Family Man into a movie. And at first, I was like, my first reaction was like, yay. And then, like, immediately after was like, there's no way it's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
like, it's a pipe dream. I mean, it's my first book. You know, the
Yeah.
odds of getting your first book to be optioned is small. Though we got optioned, we got paid money, we got a contract. And Matt's been super cool about it because I've been kind of a spaz. And, and now we're heading into production. So we're into the Kickstarter. So we've been in pre-production. We have a budget for special effects, lodging, food, insurances, and lodging.
Okay.
And so it's going to be filmed super low budget, micro budget, outside of Toledo, and in September. So that's the plan.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, we're just hoping to raise the money. I guess the horror community is really big on these kind of things.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the tiers is you can get your name as a producer for a
Okay.
couple $100. So you would officially go on IMDb as a producer on a horror movie. So
That's
I guess
sweet.
people eat it up, and
Yeah.
we'll see. But yeah, it was just kind of surreal, and it still feels surreal. Like I was in the film community for a while and didn't have a lot of luck, and I'm trying to not get too excited. And I think that's one of the things that Max is kind of worried about is like, you need to
Yeah.
slow down, Nate. Like, I want to make it happen. It's exciting to me because not only my first book getting optioned, but like being made into a movie. If it goes to streaming, you know, I don't know how much success it will have, but it's
Sure.
exciting. It
Yeah.
feels uh, gratifying. I don't know, like it feels good.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I've actually one of the guys that is gonna be at Five Star used to make like the micro budget horror movies. And I was a zombie in one of his movies.
nice.
And he was like, yeah, like I mean, it's all of our stuff's on Tubi and it's on Amazon, whatever, but it's like we get all of our traffic on Tubi. And it's come up naturally every year in October when I do my horror panels of like, that Tubi's just got the best horror catalog
Yeah.
of just like unexpected movies. Of the last, I don't know, 15 movies that I've watched of horror movies, I'd say probably 10 of them were on Tubi.
Yeah.
And, sure, like and it varies with like genre and subject matter and story and all those things. Vaughn is Max Flowers.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it just is like there's something to be said. It's like holding your comic for the first time, right? Like if you get a if you go into making a movie and you're able to make the movie, suddenly it's like, oh my God, this thing's real. And like this is a thing that came out of my brain. And now now look at it. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. So it just came from talking to that guy.
Uh,
Like,
yeah, I mean, Matt has always been really supportive of Night of the Chihuahuas and distance nerding. There was on the fourth and fifth issue of the first series of Night of the Chihuahuas, we worked with a guy named Eric Ruiz, and Eric linked us up with distance nerding, and we've been friends with them. We've met them at a con, hung out.
oh cool.
But Matt, he was like going around and like promoting Night of the Chihuahuas, and it makes me feel a little awkward sometimes when people want to help out for free because I don't have a lot to give. Like we were talking about
Mhm.
money before.
Yeah.
You know, if people want to help, it I mean, Carl's on here. Are you still on here, Carl? Carl, I asked Carl to do like 1,000 things, and we were able to bring Carl onto a paying project. But it's like I just don't have the money. But Matt was going to horror cons with a QR code and like sending people to Night of the Chihuahuas. So it's just kind of once again surreal that he just stepped up and he's like, I want to make this. And yeah, I
That's cool.
mean, have you read The Family Man?
Yeah.
Did I tell you how that whole thing came about? I mean, how much time do we have? Do we have to go or?
I got about another 20 minutes, so we're good.
Well, actually, I want to talk about Drip as well, but real quick, the Family Man. Somebody turned in some artwork for Night of the Chihuahuas, and it was a dog with a hockey mask on.
Okay.
One thing, a dog with no snout is horrifying to me. And I thought, like, what kind of family would own a dog like this? And then I also thought of when a lot of we got criticized a lot for Night of the Chihuahuas having a lot of dialogue bubbles in it, and I thought, like, can I
Mm,
write a comic without words? So writing The Family Man, I sat down. I had the idea in my head, but I sat down and wrote it all out at one sitting. It's not. I mean, it's 48 pages, so it's not like I wrote a novel, but
yeah.
there's not a lot of words either, but it's a lot of description. And yeah, a lot of people love it, and quite a few people don't love it, and I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
Um, there's one guy. He's like one of our biggest supporters. He got it. He read it. He's like, eh. And then he thought about it and he picked it up and read it again. He's like, actually, this is kind of good. And then he read it again. He's like, I really like this a lot. And it's just cool to have people kind of resonate with that because now I have personally I wrote three stories that we have now and people like them.
Yeah.
And like going to Hawaii, the project that Carl and I did. Carl, if you're still on here, it's called Of Thunder, and it's about a Hawaiian girl. So I'm going there with free copies of ash cans to give to
Oh, sweet.
kids that come out, and the stories there's no cussing. Well, actually, maybe there is, but like a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's
Like
just
PG-13 amount.
yes, yes, yes. But it is really cool, and yeah. Again, everybody, if you can, there's Carl. Woo, shaka. If you guys can jump on Kickstarter and follow the Family Man movie or Drip 2. And if you want to pledge eventually when it gets up, that would be great too. I just am not in control of these. So just I just I'm here to promote. Um yeah.
It's cool.
So yeah.
I think that I think the Family Man as a story would like that'll make a badass movie.
Well,
It's
it's only like a 10-minute intro. Like I've already started writing the second one,
yeah,
and I believe I've come up with something quite unique. Um I don't like cliche things, so I always try to think out of the box. And I
yeah,
maybe I could tell you offline just to hear what you think of the idea.
sure,
But I tried to put a spin on all horror movies that changes what they're about.
cool.
Um, and it's interesting because also the family they only use sign language, so
Mm,
that comes into play in the next episode or issue. So
Nice. Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. And I love seeing more comics that have like families that use sign language. Because I couldn't tell you any that I had read up until the last 5 years that
Mhm.
had sign language in it.
Yeah.
And now suddenly, like, it's popping up more frequently. And I think Echo helped a lot with, her spin-off show from Daredevil because she was deaf and so she was using sign language. I still think if Marvel can figure out how to make the contact lenses that Fisk gives her to like interpret what he's saying and then show her the sign language of his words,
Yeah.
like talk about a game changer.
I think
just
that would be
just
cool.
from like a purely medical side of things, like that would be insane
Yeah.
technology to have.
It's my,
That's
my best friend in high school, his parents were deaf,
okay.
and I hated that they had subtitles on their TV,
Yeah,
which now I can't watch things without subtitles on. And
same.
one of the most odd things I've ever seen is someone get into a fight in sign language, because we're so used to hearing people raise their voice, scream, the tone, the inflection, all
Yeah.
of that. And I mean, just like the anger and, but they're like going crazy with their hands. And one of them will walk away, turn around, start going back. I just thought it was so cool. And it's like, I have another story written about two brothers, and one raps in sign language and his brother interprets for him.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. I just try to incorporate different stuff like that. Reminds me of my friend. I try to get his blessing, although he won't help me do any of the sign language. But
That's cool. So you've got Of Thunder that you'll have.
Mhm.
You've got the Family Man movie, which is in pre-launch on Kickstarter right now. Um, you've got Drip 2 coming. That's also going to be like both of those campaigns are running like later this summer, right?
Simultaneously, yeah. The drip I think is supposed to start on the 26th.
Okay.
So is that like next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm honestly, we were gonna launch the Family Man on June 9th, but we didn't have our stuff together, and Matt was on vacation, so.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, Trip Two. Did you get a chance to look at Drip?
So I've got it. I just haven't been able to read it yet.
No. Yeah, it's a lot of people say that we did a really good job. I guess I think Mad Cave might be interested in it when we finish all 322-page issues.
Okay.
Um, Brandon DePillis. I wrote that was a 16-page script, and I sent it to Brandon. He's like, I like it, and then he expanded it just a little bit by 50 more pages.
Yeah.
But he didn't. And I haven't seen where he's going with it yet. So I'm okay getting to know him and working with him. I'm kind of okay, but he took what I wrote and made it more cinematic, and
Mm.
it looks because this the artwork and the panel and his perspective. I love how he draws perspective,
Yeah.
but so we're yeah the it is about the spray painter. The yep, you got it, Vaughn. It's about a graffiti artist who gets murdered accidentally. I don't know if that's a murder, but there's a in graffiti. There's rival crews. I used to do graffiti, and if you meet up at any given location, it can get ugly. I mean, like guns ugly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Trip was pretty well received. I think Ian Cinco.
Yep.
He did one of the covers. It looks great.
Yeah.
Brandon's cover is great as well. And yeah, we're gonna just keep on marching with it.
That's
So
cool. Is that a planned 3 issue?
yeah,
Okay.
and I don't know at this point. I think Brandon's goal was to get it done by the end of the year, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
Oh wow.
He's doing two books at the same time.
Yeah.
He's doing Drip and I believe Autolize. But that
Yeah.
guy, he's a machine, man. Like
He
for
is.
real.
Yeah, he is. And I think you nailed it too. With like his use of perspective.
Hmm.
He was one of the like first, I don't know, I had been doing the show for like maybe 2 months, and he came on, and I was just like, dude, I don't. How do you? What? Like I didn't even know how to use words to try and be like, dude, how do you even think about this stuff? And he was like, I mean, it's intentional. Like I will look at things at weird angles and just I'm always thinking about what's different and ways that I can play with things. And yeah, I love his art. So when I saw that you guys were doing drip and it was about spray paint and graffiti artists, I was like, oh well, I'm all in for this.
Yeah.
So like I know I'm gonna be backing it. I don't even care what it's about. But yeah, like I love that drip 2 is already coming. Like that's hard to pull off of doing an indie comic sequentially like that close together because I just got like the fulfillment for drip was just what like 2 months ago, a month ago. So like to already be going into pre-launch
I
and launching soon, like that's
yeah.
insane.
I'm really lucky because like the cards, I don't know what the right word is. Everything landed really well time wise. It created a ton of stress.
Sure.
But getting to work with Max Flowers, Brendan DePillis, and Carl Bourne, like almost one right after the other. And Carl finished Night of the Chihuahuas 2, issue 2 after of Thunder. But now we actually have so much work accumulated that I can't do the Kickstarters fast enough. We also have a Spanish translation for Night of the Chihuahuas. We like, dude, I'm hustling. Like I'm trying, but like for real, Brandon, his panels look like storyboards to me from a movie.
Yeah.
They like the placement, everything, and it's man, it's we. I talked to two producers about Drip about making it a found footage film, and the idea is there. There
Sweet.
is interest, but it wouldn't at all match the quality of the imagery that Brandon did if it is found footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm just really lucky to be working with these guys, and shout out to Mark Bernal, Lesser Known Comics, because a lot of these connections have happened through that channel.
Yeah.
Um, so it's been really good, and I think I just hope that everybody can put up with my neurosis or um, what did I forget? Somebody called me a neurotic. They called me a neurotic desert rat earlier because they said, well, the thing was is like a lot of the comic creators have like their stoners, like kind of chill stoner vibe, and I'm like really
Yeah.
high strung.
Yeah.
But I was told by that person, like, but what you do is actually good because you say you're going to do something and you follow through with it. Like you push and push. So I think it's finding the balance, and hopefully I don't bug people like Carl or Max or Brandon too much because I'm I am having like the time of my life. I just want to make more money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the dream.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like I'm having a blast doing what I'm doing and making comics and doing the show and working this convention, but like man, it'd be great to make money and just be able to do these things because having to do a Monday through Friday, like it's better now because I'm working for I was full-time employee number 3 at my
Hmm.
company.
Yeah,
So like it's not corporate at all. We're actually a bunch of corporate dropouts,
nice.
which fits perfectly for me. And I'm on my feet all day, which is great. But it still is like I'm still answering to someone else. And really like what I'm doing like order fulfillment and sending packages all over the place. So it's helping me learn for when I'm doing Kickstarter fulfillment stuff.
Mm.
And I'm able to then help other creators when they're like, what the hell is a VAT? Like, what is what? And I'm like, I got you.
Yeah,
Like,
yep,
I know
yep,
that from my job.
yeah. That's
Um,
right.
but like to just be able to do comic stuff full time, like that's the dream.
I wonder if doing an event like a punk rock and comic show could be profitable. It's not unrealistic. So say you do one. I forget where you're at in Ohio.
Ohio. Yep.
Is Toledo in Ohio?
It is. Toledo is like it's about a 4 hour drive.
Oh, isn't it? Well, I might go there for the filming of the movie, but it is probably pretty far. But if you were to do a show out there and you had a good turnout and you made like $1,000, like that would be super cool. Like,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be like it's not the focus of what you're doing,
right.
and it could have return. It could be community building, networking, like it,
Yep.
and it. I personally like for that. I'm not after it for money, but if it could turn a profit and just have be a fun time for everybody, like come together, listen to some good music, and read comics. That sounds like a fucking party.
Yeah, that's the best way to spend a day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I worked a Star Wars event on May. It wasn't the 4th because that was on a Monday, so it was on
Yeah,
Sunday, May 3rd. But there's a local here in Hamilton artist, and I was at the library like making buttons for um, the festival that or the convention I did back in April, and I was pressing them, and some lady had asked like, "What are you doing? Like, what is all this stuff?" Because I just had stuff all over the table,
yeah,
and so I was like, "Oh, like I'm a comic creator, and I'm making buttons with some of my artwork to sell at this comic convention that I'm working next weekend, whatever." And this guy came over and he was like, "Hey, did you say you make comics?" I was like, "Yeah, like I'm a writer and I'm teaching myself slowly how to draw too." And he was like, "I am an artist and I like live here in Hamilton and I'm always trying to meet other local creatives. I'm hosting this event for Star Wars Day. Do you want a table?" And I was like,
nice.
yes, yeah. Does it matter that I'm a Trekkie though?" He was like, "I can look past it." I said, "Okay, cool." And so that was one of those like I didn't go into it expecting to make any money at all. Um,
Yeah,
like, I basically made enough that I could pay him for the table instead of just like taking his money. I was like, no, no, at the end of the day, I was like, "Hey, I sold enough that like, here's the table fee." And I was able to
yeah,
buy a little Yeti like 3D printed thing from one of the other craft people there. But that day was more for me about meeting other local
yeah.
creators. And through that, I made a couple other connections with more artists that are right here in Hamilton. And I was like,
That's awesome.
I just want to do this more. And that's when I talked to the brewery like the next night. I was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
so," because I just was after every con, I'm always full of that energy. And I was
yeah,
like, how
yep,
do I carry this outside of just when I'm working an event? Like, how do I make this feeling last longer or, not so long of a gap in between when I get the spikes? Like, how do I fill
yeah,
in this time here? And I mean, doing the 1 day cons and just trying to foster that creative space to then be like, "Hey, let's just hang out and all make something together." Like, what does that look like? What
yeah,
is, like if I'm a writer and I know a bunch of artists, like what would it look like if I wrote a comic and we shut ourselves in a room for 10 hours some weekend or something and just made a comic overnight? And by the end of the night, like we had a 8 page comic. Like, what would that be like? And it's just those things are the things that I'm like, that would be really cool to do, but I need to know the people first, and I need to have that like, "Oh, you're not a weirdo" thing
I don't
as
know if that's
well.
ever gonna go away.
It's yeah, and
There's
so
always
it
that
just
worry.
like it is all, and that brings us back to like the success conversation because I never started any of this to make money. And yet, like I have sold stuff and made money and not a ton, but I've sold stuff and, made some money back. And I have made incredible connections and incredible friends and partnerships. And like I made a comic because I started this show. And so, like, that to me, if I was going to define success or say, like, "Hey, do you consider yourself successful?" It's like, no, because to me, I think success means that's the end. It's like running a race. Like, oh, were you successful in beating your personal time? Like that always
Yeah,
feels like the end of the journey. And I'm like, I'm not at the end. I'm nowhere close to the end. Like
Yeah,
I'm
makes sense.
just starting out of the block, so I'm not successful, and also I know how to celebrate small victories. So
Yeah.
like I'm going to celebrate all of those, and I think you should too, because
Mhm.
not many people have their first book optioned and have put out the level of quality that you're creating and worked with the level of artists that you're working with and had the comics that are coming out that everyone is just like, this is a well done comic. So
It,
like for
it
what that's worth.
no, and it's we get to meet cool people like Raymond Gay is supposed to be working on a cover for us. I don't know if it's going to actually follow through, but he told me that he was starting to work on it at the end of last month. Do you know
Hmm.
Raymond Gay?
I don't think I do.
He's like a kind of high level Spawn artist.
Okay.
And also Joey Lee Cabral. He said that he would work with us. I've actually talked to him for at length on the phone a couple times. Great,
Nice.
great guy.
Yeah.
I told him that I was frustrated with making money, and he's like, "Call me." So he educated me on like on whatnot. And but yeah, I mean, like it is cool because I think a lot of people dig what we do and they know that we're not very far, so they're willing to work with us in our budget, which is nice.
Yeah.
And when for Night of the Chihuahuas, all the homage covers, people get a kick out of it. They're like, "I'll do something."
Yeah.
So it's like Austin Ackert, you know Austin.
Yeah.
He just did a Maximum Overdrive homage cover for an ash can.
That's sweet.
Do you remember Maximum Overdrive?
Hmm. Yeah, I
Yes.
do. Yeah, I do.
So, anyways, right on, man. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, we're just, I mean, it's all in it together. Just keep trucking along together.
Yeah.
So,
So where do people find you on social media? I know I'll hold this up so they can read the screen and type it into Kickstarter search bars and follow these campaigns. But where do people find you on social media?
at Porkchop EXP 55 is the publishing. And then we also have one for Night of the Chihuahuas. And that's Chihuahua, Hua, because a lot of people misspell it. But those are our two social medias on Instagram. I think we're on Night of the Chihuahuas. It's also on Facebook. It's on MySpace. Uh,
Hell yeah, it is.
and yeah, man, we're just. I mean, we have our website is porkchopexp.com. And yeah, and if you want to come see Night of the Chihuahuas, the original movie in all of its glory, we're screening it October 24th in Tempe. We were able to raise enough money for pre-sale tickets at Phoenix Fan Fusion to secure the theater,
That's awesome.
and hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sweet. Dude, I'm glad that this worked out.
Yep.
I'm
Thank you.
so sorry again about a couple weeks ago. But I think it worked out timing wise really well
Yeah.
with the launch for Drip next week. So I'll definitely when we launch Barricade Brigade in on July 4th, I'll definitely give a shout out to
Thank
your
you.
project at that time as well.
Yeah.
Because I just like it fits right in line with what we're doing with punk and monsters and
Oh,
so yeah,
yeah.
ghostly haunting questionable murder with graffiti is like that's a that's a win-win pairing. So
Yeah, well, and we'll have to reciprocate for sure. So, and that just
sweet.
the Family Man movie actually launches on Monday, so I think they're launching on the same week, which should be
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, so
I feel bad. I feel like I'm betraying, like I'm dating two girls or something. Gonna go over here, gonna
and
go over there.
and you're not running either campaign either, which is
No,
like
and it's well, it's like Brandon had the drip campaign set up for a while, but when Matt came in, it's like we need to start doing things now because all of the people making the movie are free at this time, so then you have to backtrack, like we need to build the special effects, so we need to like start raising money now so that it can play out into September. So
yeah,
everybody's been really cool. Brandon was cool. I just gonna promote both and hopefully it goes well for both. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, I'll be paying attention to both. Appreciate you. It's always good
yeah,
to catch up and hang out with you.
thank you so
Um,
much.
I don't I
Likewise.
don't go ahead.
I was gonna say likewise. I enjoy chopping it up with you. So I think we
Chapping,
talked. I think
pork
we talked.
chop.
I think we talked about raving at one point too, right?
Yes. Yeah, sure did. Yeah,
Oh gosh.
we've covered quite the wide range of topics over
Yes.
the
Yes.
3 times we've talked.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
And we'll
awesome.
definitely be talking offline because I'm going to
Okay.
hold you to that.
Yeah.
Because it's too cool of an idea not to like for that to keep coming up. That's usually when my antenna really hone in on something is if it naturally comes up in different ways. And
Hmm.
this is now the third time I've talked about this exact same idea, like this week. So that for me is like, okay, I need to lean into this thing next. So
Hmm.
after 5 star, I'll start putting brain space to other things. So we'll
Yep.
definitely be talking.
Sweet.
But yeah, I appreciate you, man. This
Yeah.
is where I'll drop the tagline and then I just have to end it because I don't. This is not a fancy studio,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so good to talk to you. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. For everybody that was in the chat as well, I always appreciate having the interaction. It makes us feel like we're not just talking to devices in our homes. And so I appreciate you being here with us. I do this almost every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Substack. I'm Chris. He's Nathan. We're out of here. Go do what's good for you and make some art because I want to see it.